Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining our Monday night training call. And of course, we are back to Zoom. So I love to be able to look around and see all of your smiling faces. And it was even better to see a few of you actually face-to-face in person just this past weekend. So as most of you guys probably know, we went to the regional success training in Jacksonville. So it was about 3-hour drive for us?
3.5 on the way there.
Oh, yeah, I was sleeping most of the time. So of course he's gonna know.
I get stuck driving.
He gets stuck driving, but let me tell you, it was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think I saw Debbie said it was about 6 hours for them. So, yep, 6 hours for Gail and Debbie that drove up from Hollywood, Florida. So it was awesome to see them. Hina was also on the line. We have Michael Strupp and let's see, I think, Fabian was there. Okay, so the awesome thing is we are going to provide, or I shouldn't say we, they are going to provide their top takeaways towards the end of this call. And just to let you know, I mean, just how amazing and powerful this event was. So if you guys haven't been to a regional success training, I mean, they're amazing. You leave on fire. And I know JC and I back all the way home. I didn't even sleep on the way home. I was so fired up. I was so pumped up.
Ever.
First time I didn't sleep on a road trip. I was just so excited. I felt like I had so much fire, so much momentum, and so much that I needed to do. So that, and of course, I also needed to help keep him away because he will fall asleep while he's driving. So anyways, we're going to get right down into it. And the biggest thing that I took away from the regional success training is all about your customers. I mean, we all hear, oh, you need to bring in promoters, you need to bring in promoters, which is awesome. It's a great way to build a successful business. However, the biggest thing that we really just came away are that customers are good for business. We should all probably know that by now. And if you are in your mind, you think that in order to have a successful business that you need only promoters, then wrong. Customers are the lifeline of your business. So for many of you on the line, let's just say you don't even have any promoters on your team. Your customers are making 100% of your profit, of your paycheck. And even when you go up in ranks, say you're an ambassador or even just, regional director, presidential director, whatever your rank is, customers are making up 75+% of your paycheck. So that's why I just really wanted to focus today on customers. Not only getting customers, but making sure to be able to retain your customers, because that is it's very, very important, especially in our business. It's a business all about transformations. We're helping people not only transform their body, their mind, their lives, just making a physical transformation, but of course we also are creating those financial transformations as well. And of course, if you have customers that are on your challenge and they're losing, upwards of 50 to 100 pounds, not only is that going to help them bring people into your business, but it's just going to be able to help grow your business, your customer's business, whether or not they jump on as a promoter later on down the line. No matter what, it's going to be good for business, and you're going to have that feeling of, okay, I just helped change somebody's life. I didn't just help someone lose 10 pounds. I helped somebody make a massive transformation, change their health. Okay, so really the biggest thing is just to always keep in mind, to create a long-lasting, profitable business, you have to put your effort, your focus, and your value on the customer. Okay, so top reasons to focus on your customers. Of course, not only what I just said about making sure you're changing the world, changing somebody's life, but let's go into some financial reasons. So as I said, I already said that, hey, if you don't have any promoters on your team, it's really accounting for 100% of your profits. But just to give some numbers out here, your PQV, of course, your personal qualification volume, and that comes directly from all your customers that you bring in. Not only your customers, but the customers that those customers get into. That all is your PQV. If you are making if you were bringing in about $1,000 in your personal qualification volume a month, you're averaging about $200 a month just on commission. $200 a month and about $2,400 extra each year. That doesn't even include any bonuses or any pulls. We'll get into that later, but we're not even talking about that now. And then if you go up to bringing in $2,500, which of course, $2,500, I'm sure you probably all know, your commission not only goes from 20%, which is it's added $1,000, it goes up to 25%. That means that for, let's see, every shape kit that you bring in, you're making $25 off a shape kit. That means for every transformation kit, you're making $40 off a transformation kit when you're at $2,500 PQV plus. So every month, if you're just making a goal of getting $2,500 PQV, you're making about $625 every month, $625 just for helping to change people's life. And not only that, but just average per year, you're bringing in about an extra $7,500, which I think is pretty awesome. But just by simply helping people, helping them lose weight, having at least $2,500. Then of course, if you are a major rock star, of course, I think $2,500 is pretty awesome. But if you can get up there and even start achieving $4,000 in PQV, of course, just one thing at a time, but $4,000 in PQV, you're looking at an extra $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. And again, that's not including anything else, any pulls or any bonuses at all. That is simply just having $4,000 of PQV. So I don't know about you guys, but after seeing these numbers, I'm like, okay, we're hitting $4,000 in PQV a month. I'm like, I would just love to have just an extra $1,000 just for customer commission, just simply for customer commission, and helping people in their transformation, not only get started, but also retaining those customers. And the awesome thing is just remember, this is all residual income. It's not like you're having to bring $4,000 of new customers into your business every single month. I mean, JC and I, we started 2 years ago. We still have customers in the challenge that are getting their shape kit every single month. You're gonna have customers like that. And unfortunately, there's always gonna be the downside that no matter how hard you try to retain those customers, they may only stay on that 1 month and then they're done. Unfortunately, that's the upside and downside to this business. So don't get frustrated, don't get discouraged, don't think you didn't do this and this and this right. It's going to happen. Okay, so again, as I said, these are just for your commission. When we're talking about polls, just to do a quick explanation about these polls. I'm sure you probably have all heard about these customer polls, the promoter polls. It's all about getting 3 customers, because we're talking about customer polls here, 3 customers in one given month with at least $500 in volume. Big caveat, if you have new customers, they have to be on auto ship. They can't go and buy a balance kit for $61, which is the retail price, or sorry, the wholesale price. They do not qualify. So make sure that when you have your customers, when they sign up, make sure to tell them all of the advantages. Of course, don't tell them that you don't get paid on it. Do not even bring in finances. Tell them all the advantages as to why they need to come on as an auto ship and how they can change it even tonight if they want to and go on to a different kit. Tell them all the massive benefits, saving money. Of course, that's the way that they can get their money back. Telling you give people all the advantages. They're not ever going to come on, but without going on auto ship, at least for the first time. Okay, so anyways, 3 customers, and that isn't a week. I know sometimes people think, you have to get 3 customers in a week, and to be quite honest, I was under that misconception too. I thought that you had to have 3 customers within one given week. You will make more money. Let's just say the 1st of September comes along, and you get 3 customers in that first week making $500 more. Your customer pool is going to be significantly larger that first week than if you got a customer on week 1, a customer on 2, and then you ended up getting your 3rd customer on, say, week 4. Because it's just a matter of the total amount of people that then ended up getting the polls. You have to split it with them. But if you get it in week 1, you're going to make a whole lot more money. But just on average, whether you get it in your first week or you get it in week 4, your average customer poll is $50. So that's just saying, hey, you know what? Next month, or maybe even this month, we still got lots of time left. What is the date today? Today's the 24th. We have plenty of time. Hey, my goal is I want to get in that customer pool. I want to make an extra $50. Not only are you getting that $50, but you're getting paid commission on top of those 3 customers that you bring in. So if you're bringing those 3 extra customers, say over $500, maybe that's going to tip you over $1,000. Maybe that's going to tip you over $2,500. Of course, your percentage of commission is then going to go up as well. So there's just a ton of benefits and a ton of advantages by seriously focusing your attention, your time, and your attention on customers. Okay, so of course, as I always said, the first week is going to be higher. And tips, of course, top tips for obtaining customers. And I'm sure, I wanted to really break this down to the simplest forms. I know I've talked about obtaining customers many times. Why? Because I think it's so important. I think it's so important because when people see what you're doing and they like what you're doing, you're sharing the challenge, That's how you're going to get them open to the challenge. And not only that, then you can find out if they're open to promoting the challenge. So it's so important. So number one, for obtaining new customers is we're just going to say, just stay on your challenge. All of you, each and every one of you, I'm looking around at all of you, every one of you right now should be having at least 2 shakes or at least a shake and buy crunch every single day. I mean, we are the challenge. If you're promoting the challenge, you have to be religious. There should never be a time, I mean, unless you're going like we did. We went on a Disney cruise. I'm sorry, I was not bringing my shakes on a Disney cruise. That was about the one exception to this rule is if you're going on an awesome vacation. But even, for instance, Heather.
We did have healthy stuff. We did do some stuff. We just didn't take it every single day.
We did have like Nutri cookies to bring like on the when we went on the tours and stuff. Yes, we did that because I didn't want to spend money when I was out. But I did not bring any shake mix. I'll admit, I didn't bring shake mix. But even for like small trips, like for instance, Heather Rio, she's an awesome example. She went to Tahoe and she had all her healthy shake mix packs, all kinds of healthy snacks. Awesome job. That's what people want to see. They're like, wow, she's saving a lot of money. She's going to Tahoe and she can stay on this challenge of hers.
She's exercising right now.
Yeah, and Heather's exercising right now. So she's a prime example of somebody who is always on her challenge. She's always posting about her challenge, sharing her results. You have to be on your challenge. Okay, so that was actually, it kind of went into number 2 with my number 1. But again, 2 shakes or a shake and a cereal every single day. You have to be on some sort of kit. To be quite honest, I have a transformation/fuel kit almost every single day. I either have 2 shakes, sometimes I even have 3. To be quite honest, with the amount of exercise I do, I generally have to add a 3rd one or I'll be snacking on some sort of garbage that I shouldn't be eating. So then I have a neuro. Today I had a go, and then I have a neon. I swear almost every day I probably have probably at least 75 to 90% of all Vive products throughout the day. I'm always on my challenge. And you may not see it on my Facebook page, but you're probably seeing it in other groups, like my personal Reyes Family Fitness members group or my accountability group. I'm posting it somewhere so people can see that I'm staying on my challenge. So that goes into number 2. Share your challenge. That's another huge tip. You have to share your challenge. You can't be, what do they call it? The undercover promoter. Don't be an undercover promoter. If you lost 2 pounds, guess what? You may not think people are going to be excited about it. Show your excitement. Be like, woo, I just lost 2 pounds in my challenge. I'm so excited. Whatever. Share your challenge. Of course, Facebook is the number 1 way to share it. Why? Because everybody's watching you. You'll be amazed. Like I always hear people telling me, oh yeah, that one time you posted this, and I'm thinking, oh, you see my stuff every single day? It's amazing. People are watching you. And if they're not watching you, then you're not giving them anything to watch. So make sure you share your challenge. Don't go overboard. Don't go crazy. Don't share, breakfast shake, lunch shake, dinner shake. You don't need to share all those shakes because sometimes if you share the shakes, sometimes people will be like, ooh, I'm not doing one of those shake things. Like that's how I was. Just share your results. If you're at the gym, like Heather's at the gym, and Heather goes and posts pictures of her, hey, I'm at the gym, whatever it is, and then tag, Buy Life, Team Buy for Life, whatever it is, losing a little bit of weight, share your results.
In between there, really good example. If you go over to Magdie's page, Magdie Rodriguez's page, she has a funny pic. And she might have been tagged in it. It might not actually been hers, but her family did some crazy challenge with some sort of pepper, and it was hilarious. And she has all sorts of people liking it, also people commented on it. So in between there, you post something funny, you do something funny. Be a goofball. You only live once. Don't be all uptight. So we're not uptight. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. So post stuff like that. Post pictures of your kids, of your fur babies if you don't have any real kids. Or if you do have kids, post pictures of them. Doesn't matter. Post pictures like that in between so you're not always doing the challenge.
Good point. I love that. And let me tell you, one thing that I find that people love to comment on and like is food. Like I take a picture of a salad that I made for lunch and I put it on. Let me tell you, I get like the most likes and comments on a salad. It's really crazy. Same with dinner. If you guys wonder why did she post her food? Because people comment and like on it all the time, especially for me, because sometimes people may think she even eats. She's just doing a shake thing. So let me tell you, when I'm eating something delicious, like I ate a burrito yesterday, I'm going to post it because I want to make sure people don't think that, oh, I'm just drinking my shakes every single day. Yeah, I'm not like going crazy and showing, ice cream here and all kinds of crazy bad food because that's not good either. So happy medium between all those. So very good point, JC. I think that's awesome. You have to be a real person.
One of her customers actually made a comment about, you eat pizza? When we posted a picture at Giordano's, you eat pizza? Oh my gosh, you're human. It's like, seriously, people? I mean, yes, we eat normal food.
Yeah, I think people sometimes think that we just don't. We don't eat food. So post your
Heather
food.
gets that too.
Oh, absolutely. And not only just share your challenge on Facebook, but remember, if you work, you got coworkers, you got family, you got friends. Talk about your challenge. Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. That's what I always say. Don't make it weird. And the reason why JC and I ended up just literally blowing up our team within the first, 42 days when I hit RD, JC hit RD in 60 days, is I didn't make it weird. I didn't have a line that I was going to tell everybody. I remember sitting there at my coworker, and I don't know, it was just a nonchalant thing. It wasn't even like, oh, I need to talk to you about the challenge. I was just like, oh yeah, my husband just started this challenge thing. He lost like 2 pounds or whatever. It was just like nonchalant. No, nothing like I wasn't even sitting there thinking she was going to jump on it. It was just conversation. We had nothing to talk about besides me sitting there talking about JC losing 2 pounds already. We just started this thing on Friday. And let me tell you, that next day, she's like, hey, by the way, what was that challenge you told me about yesterday? Easy as that. Don't make it weird. Don't feel like, oh my gosh, I have to talk to him about this. Bring it up in conversation. Find a way to just spark it up. Oh yeah, I started this challenge. And maybe if you're someone like Gail, who you've been on the challenge since Vibe was pretty much invented, then just find a way. Gail is awesome with sparking up conversation with people, whether she's in the grocery store or whatever, wherever she is, walking her dogs, no matter what, Gail's going to find a way to just chit chat with people. Seriously, chit chat. You'll be amazed how people open up the moment you just kind of like bring up random conversation. Like, oh, hey, how's your day going? So how long have you, how long is your it's talking about your shift. Like, I'm thinking about if you walk up to like a Walmart counter, and you know how those Walmart ladies sometimes are mean mugging. They're like, sometimes you can get a hello, sometimes you can't. But sometimes when you walk up, and sometimes I'm like, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say hi.
I'm going to get something out of those ladies. It's even if it doesn't come up, I'm going to get them to say something, because guess what? They're mean, and I'm going to make them feel uncomfortable.
Find a way to get them just to start talking, and you'll be amazed. Once they open up, of course, you don't want to just be like, hey, you heard of Project 10 right then? Because then they'll look at you like, what? But find a way. Just, hey, how's your day going? What's going on? And they might say, oh, how's your day? Oh, it's awesome. I'm just, I'm doing my Project 10 challenge. I just left the gym or whatever. Like, what? Doing your what? Telling you, just nonchalant ways to bring it up without sounding weird. If you feel nervous, then clearly you're gonna make it sound weird.
Yeah.
You shouldn't feel nervous, because it's gonna end up coming out weird.
The last time I was in Walmart, pretend this is a neon can. It was empty because I finished it on the way in, but I walked around the entire thing with the neon can, even put it in the cart as I was looking through the stuff. And I didn't get to have the conversation with her because she had a big line, but she had a monster at her thing. And you better believe I'm gonna go back to that Walmart, and I'm gonna be like, hey, I noticed you drink energy drinks. Here, have you ever heard of this one? I'll get her Facebook information, and then I will give her that can.
Absolutely. JC is awesome with Neon. He seriously is really awesome. And we do have a huge announcement at the end. So if you're on the line, I should have told you we have a great, huge announcement. He's gonna announce at the end. Okay, so third part of sharing your challenge is sharing transformations. I'm sure you probably have all heard me say this over and over and over again. Find an awesome transformation that should not ever change your challenge. You should always be on your challenge. Don't feel like, oh, I don't have to worry about my challenge so much because I have a zillion transformations I can post. Still talk about your transformation. You don't have to do it every single day, but do it at least every other day. And then find an awesome, awesome transformation that you can post. As I said in the past, Melissa Stinson, she always has awesome transformations. Yeah, Gail has an awesome transformation. You can look at Heather. Heather has an awesome transformation. I'm looking around at everybody, and I know Kita has a great transformation. If you have a great transformation, find a great transformation, especially if you can tag them. If you can say, hey, I'm so proud of my friends, Gail, even if you never even met Gail. Hey, you're looking at Gail right now. You know her. My good friend Gail, she lost, 60 pounds in the challenge now? Something like that. I'm bad with reading lips, so we're just gonna, I see a lot of fingers. Okay, what is that, 50, 40, 50, we're gonna say around there. So anyways, find somebody that you're gonna just act like you guys are good buddies and that you just wanna share and just love on, and don't do anything weird, who's next, or hey, who wants it? No, just love on that person. You'll be amazed. You'll get people, it sounds so much less salesy when you don't ask them, hey, who's next, or hey, who wants in, or Who can I help? Whatever. Okay, so third and final one when it comes to obtaining new customers. I know some of you probably are not going to like to hear this because it's a hard one, but third and final way to get customers, I would say probably the most important way is host a challenge party. Host a challenge party. I know, he's like, oh no, telling you, we all been there. We've all been there where we had a challenge party and nobody showed up. I'm quite sure every single person on the line. If you haven't had a challenge party where no one showed up, guess what? You haven't had enough of them. You haven't had enough of them. So I'm telling you, host a challenge party. You should be having at least, what do you think, a minimum? I would say the absolute minimum once a month. I would say at least once a month. I'm saying at least once a month at a minimum. But twice a month is ideal. Say week 2 or maybe even week 1 and then the last week of the month. Those would be at least a minimum. And the biggest thing now is, hey, if you already had your one where nobody showed up, now you know, okay, clearly I need to do something different. Maybe you put an invite out earlier. Maybe you make sure to call more people. Maybe you message more people. Maybe you find out a way to, there's always a way to get more people in your house. Always a way. Maybe schedule a meetup. Maybe there's tons of ways. Of course, once you have your challenge party, let us know. We will help you. We can do a challenge hour that is going to be the biggest way to get you, because your challenge hour is going to help you make sure that you have the right posture when you're talking to these people. If you don't have the right posture, and we've talked about posture many times, that's why you're not going to get them on the line. If you're kind of saying, yeah, I'm kind of having this party, it's kind of to lose weight, telling you to change your posture, you will change the amount of people that show up to your party. All right, so from there, we are going into retaining customers. I'm telling you, after this, I'm done. Then we'll go into JC's part, but retaining customers. This is one thing.
Real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Just to add on this last point.
Yes, go right ahead.
So, as she was saying, one challenge party is going to get you very, very minimal results. If you're trying to maintain your current rank or keep a director rank, if you're not doing at least 2 challenge parties, you are not going to maintain it. I'm just being 100% honest with you. Straight up, you know, I love all you guys. But if you're not doing at least 2 challenge parties a month, you are not a director most likely. And you can go ahead and think about that. And if that shoe fits, seriously, it's the honest truth. And if you're running for anything more than director, you should be having a challenge party every single week. Now, we'll be the first one to say we have not been doing that. That is going to change. And it doesn't have to be just a challenge party. Use Neon. Do a challenge party one week, do a lighted up party the next week, do a challenge party the next week, do a lighted up party the next week. Most people are going to tell you, hey, I can't make it on Saturday. Okay, cool. Guess what? I'm doing another one in 2 weeks. I'll send you the invite. They already said they wanted to come, but they couldn't come that week. All right, you already have the next one. You're gonna send them that invite to the next one. And then bam, you have them on that one. If they say they can't come to the challenge party, okay, we're having another one in 2 weeks. Use it. Just go ahead and set your schedule for September. You know, we're at the end of August. Close the month strong. Have one between now and the end. I'll go over something else here in a little bit, but have one now. But next month, already start thinking about it. Okay, this Friday night, this Saturday night, this Sunday, you got stuff going on. You know, family, everything else, that's totally fine. Pick one day out of that weekend and have one. It doesn't take more than an hour or 2 to have one. So an hour or 2 that you commit to that, and then you got the rest of the time free for whatever else you got to do. All right.
Absolutely. Awesome. And also, let me just go back over those. I know I kind of went a million different ways, but obtaining new customers, make sure, stand your challenge, number 1. Stand your challenge. Number 2, share your challenge. And number 3, host a challenge party. So really 3 tips. I know I went into a lot of details about those 3, but those are the 3 and final tips. So retaining your customers. Okay, so here's going to be an awesome way. I'm going to make sure we're doing at least 1 monthly challenge call. At least. We're having one this Thursday. I had an invites and events set up. Get all of your customers. Reach out to each and every one of your customers to get them on that call. It's going to be specifically focused for your customers to get them to make sure, call them. Make sure to get them on their challenge, that they're using their products. And to be quite honest, this call is going to be specifically focused on making sure they're using their products, making sure that they're having the 2 shakes a day. And I'm going to have, every single time I have a call, I'm going to have one highlight item. This highlight item now this time is going to be by Slim, which actually can burn 150 calories a day, which is 15 pounds a year if taken as directed. So every single time you get them on the call, there's a chance that they're going to go and right after the call, go and order Viceland, which is an extra $40. Imagine you have 10 customers, $40 a pop. That's an extra, what, $400? Yeah, $400 in PQV right there. Get them on the call. Another awesome way, call your customers, call your customers, call your customers. I'm telling you, I know it's hard, and there's going to be a lot of times you call your customers, you're going to leave a message. They're not going to ever call you back. But let me tell you, there are going to be those customers that are going to feel like, wow, that is so awesome. You know, I just got off the phone with one of my customers last night. Yeah, we were on the phone for about 20 minutes. But telling you, set a schedule, add one customer, call one customer every single day. If you don't have that many customers, then guess what? You only have to worry about calling, you know, say set 3 days. If you only have 3 customers, say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to call my customers. And then next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, call your customers. Try to call them every single week. If they don't answer, leave them a message. Hey, Susie, I just want to see how you're doing your challenge. You know, I really just want to make sure that your results are going well. Give me a call back as soon as you get this. Awesome. You reached out. You called them. I personally would also follow up with a text and just say, hey, girl, just called you. Give me a call back. So check their voice out. Like me, they will see it in text. Then also, I have accountability calls. If you feel like you have too many customers and you're just like, okay, the numbers are kind of going crazy, yes, this Thursday, Gail, this Thursday, I think I have it set to 9 p.m. So make sure get every single customer on the call. It is going to help them out. And if they're not on their challenge, it's going to fire them up to the point where they're like, yeah, I want to jump back on my challenge again. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. Okay. So let's see. In addition to, accountability call. Sorry. I have accountability call for my customers. I even opened it up for anybody who's not my customer. So I have it every Tuesday. So if that's something that you're like, you know what, maybe I'm going to offer that something to them as well, you can offer it. Hey, if nobody jumps on, nobody jumps on. But it takes me 15 minutes of my day to get on the call, and I make sure to limit it to 15 minutes. That's another way to help your customers out. And final way to make sure you help your customers out individually is for you to create your own small personal group. So for us, we have our Reyes Family Fitness members. I have my personal training clients in there, but I also have my my challenge members in there. I do that because, for one, I want my personal training clients to see all me going, yay, that this person lost weight on the challenge. So I want them to see it both ways and both sides. And it makes it a whole lot easier because every day I'm trying to post something motivational in there. Yeah, there's some days I fall off. Some days I post like 5 stuff in there. But I highly recommend, making sure that it seems like it's from you. So if, say, Maggie got her first customer the other day. Awesome. Even if Maggie only has her one customer every day will start seeing that one post from her, even if it's a motivational post first thing in the morning. And they're seeing, Maggie's really doing a good job with, helping me out to try to stay on track, to stay on my challenge. Just finding, hey, even on Sunday, you can try to save 7 pictures and say, I'm doing this on a Monday, I'm doing this on a Tuesday, and so on and so forth. It's just going to really help them out. It's going to help them results, and it's going to help them see that you are trying to make an effort to help them stay on challenge. You don't want to say, yeah, I got you in the challenge and then disappear. And then guess what? Then they're not going to be on the challenge next month and the month after. You want to retain them. And for us, that's why it's very easy for us to hit 2,500 every single month, because we have so much residual income coming from previous months that we may only get 2 to 3 customers a month, which of course I want to bring that number way up, but we have that existing customer volume there from the previous months. So anyway, I know I went long and detailed about the customers, but again, it's something near and dear to my heart because I believe it's so truly important to creating a successful business. So now JC is going to go into, you're going to say the big announcement now, or are you going to wait until the end?
A little bit.
Okay, so go ahead, JC, take it over.
Awesome. So just a really quick add on to what she said, $600, guys. I'm not sure how much you're making right now, even if it is $600 or if it's more or less. But just think, $600 is what you will make every single month if you hit $2,500 PQV. Don't worry about the promoters. Don't worry about all of that. I'll probably get, scolded for saying that. But guess what? I don't care. $2,500 equals $600 a month.
$625.
Yeah. And so it won't show up all at once because you'll get 10% of it every week. You'll get 10% of what you've made. And then at the end, you'll get the lump sum on the 15th. but it'll be a total of $600 to $625, whatever it is, every single month. I don't know about you, but that is a considerable amount of money every single month extra. So if you're stressing over the promoters, if you're stressing over, anything, don't stress over it. Just do everything Alicia just told you to do. It will attract the right people. It'll get the people into your business, and just aim for that $2,500. And guess what? Those customers, that's what we always say. They're going to make the best promoters. There'll be at least one or two that want to be a promoter, that'll see the value of it. And that leads me into my point, which is my RST recap. And I mean, so many amazing things that we heard over the course of the day and Friday night for us. But the one thing that tied into this the best, I think, was something that I don't even remember exactly which speaker it was that said it, but he was speaking about the objections and how one of the biggest objections that he hears all the time is, I don't know anybody. But I don't know anybody. Either to being a customer that wants to get their kit for free, or to be a promoter. And they're always like, well, I just don't know anybody. So if you're trying to get your customers, which everyone should immediately, once the person wants to sign up, be like, do you want to get your product for free? One of the first questions that should be asked. 90% of the time, they're going to say yes. Some people are rich and they say no. The only person that can say no is if they're rich and they don't care about money. And guess what? If they're rich, they're probably stingy, so they probably care about money.
Or if they don't know anybody, because they're going to say that. I don't know anybody.
Well, I don't know anybody. So, number one way that this guy said, was it Cal? I don't know who it was. Number one way they said to battle the objection of I don't know anybody. It was Jordan. Okay, it was Jordan. He says, if I gave you $100 right now for every single name that you could write down on this piece of paper, show them a piece of paper, or show them, just be like, if I gave you $100 for every single name you could write down right now, how many names would be on that list?
They'll be writing.
They'll be writing. They would be writing a whole heck of a lot of names. They'd be thinking of all sorts of people. So sometimes it just takes the jog of the memory. The reason why, I would find people. Okay, well, guess what? You're trying to get your product for free. You're trying to get about $100 free. It's at least $100. So that's one of the biggest things that I took away that tied into hers. The other thing was really that the upsell, which you talked about, the Vitrin. It's simple questions. They're already going to be a customer. These people are all customers, or are already customers, or are going to be a customer. Simple questions like, hey, do you take a vitamin every day? That leads into a ViPack conversation. Do you take an energy drink every day? That can lead to a Neon, Go, Pro, any of these, neuro conversation. Do you eat cereal? That could be a possible upsell to a fuel kit. I mean, all these sort of things. Do you like cookies? Do you like chocolate chip cookies? You can lead them down a road of getting a box of chocolate chip cookies. It doesn't matter if they come on as a shake kit. 99% of the time, people want to come on as a shake kit. But if you approach, which it's only $99, do you want to get it? Guess what? You're going to get a lot more objections to that $99 shake kit. If you lead with, we have a proven kit to get you at least an average of 12 pounds a month. And then of course you lead into the cost after they've seen the video. It's only $249. At that point, you set the bar right there, $249. It can go back, and you can go all the way back to a shake kit and say, you know what? I just don't have the money. Okay, look, we can get you on the shake kit with the Viceland. And at least that way you've got the metabolism booster and you still got your 2 shakes a day. And you're saving yourself $100. All of a sudden, you are a hero because you just saved them $100.
$8 a day for the transformation kit. That's what we heard of the training.
Yeah.
$8 a day. That's
$8 a day. Now you go from $99 to $139 with getting them on the Viceland and that. So that simple little upsell. Imagine everybody being $40 more, a case of Neon, $59 more, whatever it is. One little thing that adds on to that, you will double your PQV like that. All right, and it'll get you closer to that $2,500, which is, remember, $600 extra, $600 every single month. That would help. So I would like to actually bring on the lovely Gail and Debbie, and they're going to share what their top takeaways were from the RST. So I'm going to unmute and go ahead and next thing, 60 seconds or less, give us your top takeaway.
Okay. my top takeaway was the fact that never give up, because even though you hear stories all over the place of this one, you know, got their BMW or whatever in 30 days and 40 days and all that, there are many, many out there who have taken 3-4 years before they hit RD, and they didn't give up, but they still hit it. And now they've just followed up and hit ND and became owners. So never give up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was mine too. Along with just the stories that people had, especially that one girl, the really big girl who already lost 400 pounds, and she's still got probably another 300 to go.
Yeah.
You know, and just to see, like, on her face how happy she was.
She was.
Yeah.
She was the one that actually was on stage saying that it was the first time in Fort Lauderdale. It was the first time that she could actually wear sneakers.
Wear a pair of sneakers, yes.
You would never fit in. Her feet would not fit into the sneakers. So it was the first time she ever put on a pair of sneakers, and she was ecstatic.
Can any of you imagine being the person that led that person to the challenge? That they literally lost, 400 pounds?
I'd be jumping up and down for joy for them.
Absolutely.
Just to see the lives being changed. Absolutely awesome.
Awesome. All right.
Okay, how about Michael? Hina's right there.
Hina's right there. Hina's next. Go for it, Hina. 60 seconds or less. Give us your top takeaway.
You're open.
Okay, great. My top tips takeaway would be also the stories. Like, I was really, I liked the stories, which was the life-wise, health-wise, and the success-wise. So, like, as like Debbie and Gail mentioned, you know, all the people that said, you know, we didn't find success right away, and so people didn't hit the ownership for equity right away. They waited, and now they hit it, and, you know, so it's just like all those things. Those things were like the hugest takeaways. I think even the story-wise, when people were talking about their transformations and how much weight they lost, I was getting all emotional, and I had like goosebumps on my arms and like shivers, and I was like crying to tears. I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, where are the cleanest and tissues and stuff like that? It was just amazing to see all this, and this is why we're continuing to help people in transformations. So that was my biggest takeaway.
Awesome. Yes, just like you said, you know, we are in the life-changing business. Okay, so to you, Michael, you're open. Go right ahead.
Okay, yeah, and it was an awesome event. I think it was some of my biggest takeaways had to do tied in with what you guys were talking about today. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
I was having some issues with the connection earlier, so okay, cool. I think it was Ashley talked about, you know, can you guys see this book? Wellness is this is Paul Zane Pilsner. He's a well-known economist. He talks about how health and wellness is a $1 trillion industry, and there's so much money to be made over the next, 10, 15 years in that industry. And he also talks about how direct sales ties into that as the perfect storm. I think Ashley talked about, again, just how weight loss is such a huge sector that, we tie our VI challenge in with, fighting obesity. There's such a need for what we're doing in this sector with, helping people lose weight with obesity with our products, and also bringing in the transformations, which is what the big thing of our company is. And that's through, our challenge groups tie into that, building relationships, our Facebook groups, all these things are so synergistic, I think, for what we're trying to do. So that really tied in with me as well. And also, of course, the biggest thing is equity, the time now for equity. And, one of the things Nick talked about was, it doesn't matter what your story's been in VI for the past 1, 2, 3 years, you can change it today. Whatever you want to start with today with a new mindset, a new story, a new energy, you can go out and make that, whole new story, with your posture and paint the vision of where you're going. And like I say, I believe, leading with the challenge, and if you're open to hear the business, talk about equity and get them to a tool, and then get them on the line with somebody.
Awesome.
And,
Perfect.
one more thing that hit me too was, I don't know if you guys are doing this with the customers though. Are you guys doing welcome calls with customers, with like an upline person or another team member?
I know we need to, but we have not yet implemented that.
Yeah, we won't. I think we can handle the welcome calls by all means. I don't think we need to get anybody else on it, considering she is kind of the expert.
Sure.
And I'll be there pretty soon. I'm going to get my certification.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
made that decision concrete.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought that up, Michael.
Yeah, I understand. I think I heard it said where if you, that could be a way to introduce the business. If you're just talking to somebody and they want to do the challenge, someone as a customer say, hey, I want to introduce you to, an upline that has a great business story like you, or for me, like maybe like Jen. And then as they're welcome to the team, you might have to tell you my story, and they can kind of open them up a little bit to the business side of it, as they're getting, into the community and, just as a customer. So
Perfect. I think that is absolutely perfect. I'm so glad you brought that up. So everybody who's on the line, I will put it in the group. Anybody who has a customer, try to get them on the phone with me. I would not say, anything about business. I would just say, hey, one of my team members is a personal trainer. She would love to welcome you to the team just to give you her top tips. Who's not going to take that? Like, oh, personal trainer wants to do top tips. Awesome. I'll have a list of, say, my top 3 tips. And then, of course, from there, I'll filter into the business side.
Your story, how you're full-time now, work from home, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. So awesome. I'm glad you brought that up. Good. Okay, so we will head to Fabian. Fabian, I'll comment to you. You are on, I tried to. There we go. We're unmuted. Fabian, you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
I literally just walked in my house. So, well, honestly, I don't have a top tip. I took so many notes that day. I started off, as you saw, I'm sure you saw on Facebook, on why Vi. So that was pretty big for me.
Awesome.
When they said why Vi, and they gave all the points, bullet points to what makes us different. So that was my biggest thing, and that's why I started that thread today. And then like I was telling you guys, tomorrow I'm gonna do another bullet point. Wednesday another bullet point. Probably end it Friday or Saturday.
Tag us. Honestly, if you tag me, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see it because I wasn't tagged. I got a lot of stuff in my newsfeed, and honestly, I haven't even looked at my newsfeed yet at all today. Like not even 1 second. So tag me, please, because I would love to have it on my wall. Because seriously, if I don't keep it on my wall, I'll just probably copy and paste your stuff. I have no problem doing that.
Okay. I'll tag you.
Awesome. Thank you, Fabian. Okay, so I'm going to mute you, and then JC has our big announcement.
All right. So we've been wrapping up the Neon, right? We all know that. Actually, if you don't know, you should have got an email saying that Neon right now is completely backordered, which is a very, very good thing. It's a bad thing because if you don't have it, you don't have it. But if you do have it, hang on to it a little bit because we are completely backordered right now for promoters and new customers. I started off with just promoters. Now it's even new customers. But that gives you an advantage also right now. If you get anybody that's interested in Neon to get a case right now, they're instantly going to get 25 product points off. They can use towards anything they want. They can use it towards the Neon. They could use it towards a challenge kit, whatever it is that they want to get. They can use it towards that. So everyone that orders a case of Neon right now will get 25 product points because they are behind on the delivering of it. So once September 1st rolls around, they're gonna ship all the orders. They do not expect to have another delay like this. They've had to increase production. It's gone way further than they ever thought, which is an amazing thing. So that leads us to the shift in the way that our team is going to handle Neon a little bit. Right now, we have our Team Buy for Life Challengers group, and we have our Team Buy for Life Promoter group. So we keep our challengers in the challengers, and we keep our promoters in the promoters, at least most of the time. Once in a while, slip-ups happen, and it's okay. We just have to recognize it and remove anyone that is not a promoter. Like maybe you thought they were going to promote and they just have not joined yet. Wait until that email comes in and says, congratulations, you signed up a promoter. That's when you should add them. Don't ever sign them up. Don't ever add them early, okay? But with that, we're going to create a brand new group. Why are we going to create a brand new group? Because the Neon message is completely different. It's a cool, it's a club-like atmosphere. It's different. It's top shelf. It's trendy. The way that Vi is going to take Neon is going to be very, very cool, very, very trendy. I don't know if you guys just saw the Ryan Blair teaming up with Terrence J. If you guys don't know who Terrence J is, Google him. You will see all about Terrence J. He actually was on VH1, I believe, their music video countdown, Talk Soup co-host, I believe, done a lot of different things, been in a couple of different movies. He's actually going to be the face of Neon. That doesn't mean they went and they paid him. Guess what? He's a promoter. He's a promoter of Neon. They don't pay anyone to go and do it for him. Guess what? He just happens to be a celebrity, and now he's a promoter, and he's going to be making this completely mainstream. So we're going to start up Club Neon, but it's going to be Team Buy for Life Club Neon. So anybody that you get that is a Neon customer will be added to that, and we will put Neon specific posts in there, all the shareables, all the health things. We will post very specific health benefits of Neon, everything like that. And most people that are customers, they're actually going to be like, "Well, I want to get this person free." We will start to make that into a funnel to create the promoter. We're not going to make a Neon only promoters group. That'll still be a Team Buy for Life because we're going to run both messages in there. But for the Neon customers, we'll start them off in their own little group so they don't feel like they're, in this weight loss group, because when they're going to come on just as Neon, they're going to want to be just Neon. So that is going to be our brand new group. It's already created. We will add every promoter into there tonight, and you can add any person that joins on Neon. If they're on a kit in Neon, it's okay to put them on there as well. But we're not going to put anything about the challenge in there. It's going to be Neon only. So that'll be really, really cool to add. It'll provide them a place where they can talk, they can share. I mean, what do you like? What do you think? This and that. Anything that's going on, we can put all the deals in there, and it can be Neon only, and they can have their own place. So who's going to be the first person to sign up a Neon customer? Because I know that we do not have one yet. We'll be 100% honest. We do not have a Neon only customer. She bought one thing and she hasn't got one yet since. So I don't count that one. So who's going to be the first one to add a customer into there? New customer. You have a question? Oh, you're saying you. You're saying you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So to wrap up the call, RST was awesome. I would say it's the best. Okay, it's the best RST since we joined.
By far.
Honestly, and the amount of people that were at this RST, we've been to every single event. The amount of people that were at this RST, you can tell that ViSalus is starting to get bigger again. From when we first started, we went through the contraction. Now it's starting to get bigger again. So if you have not been to an event yet, I cannot stress vitality enough. Vitality, vitality, vitality. Look at the plane tickets.
The staff
at the Hotel Love Neon. Exactly. So if you have not gotten tickets, start to look for tickets. If you plane tickets, hotel. If I know several people already on here already have plans to go. If you need someone to stay with, we will find you someone to stay with. If you have someone, Fabian, hold on. Okay, go for it.
Check your Facebook Messenger real quick.
Well, let's just wrap this up.
Yeah, we'll
just wrap this up.
I'll check it in a minute.
Yeah,
I can't.
We're recording.
Yeah, we're recording live. All right. So if you do not have anyone to stay with at Vitality, we will find you someone. We will share that cost. Don't try to just get your own room and just foot the whole bill. Be smart about it. Share the room with 2, 3, 4, 5. Put them on the floor if you want to. It all depends on you. If you're comfortable with people on the floor, go for it. I know Alicia has a point to make.
Oh, well, that was actually right about the Neon. So the Neon, we even have templates, new templates. So if you have a new Neon customer, you will use a new template to welcome them to Club Neon. So when you're welcome to the group, we have an awesome banner already, and it's gonna be exciting. The goal is to bring momentum to this Club Neon, and not only just Club Neon, but of course to the challenge in general, Team Buy for Life. Make sure when you are welcoming customers or promoters, you are using the Team Buy for Life promoter or Team Buy for Life templates, so we can get our branding out there. If you guys don't recall, those are all in the photos tab of the Team Buy for Life.
Yeah, and so we have 61 days, guys. 61 days until Vitality. 45 days is really what it takes to make a run to RD. We've heard people that made a 45-day run to ND. So whatever your goal is, even if it's just director, there is nothing wrong with that. But you have 61 days to cross that stage of Vitality with either the I told you so, the $5,000 I own it hat. Even as a director, you're going to cross that stage. If you're going to do I lost X amount of weight, you will cross that stage. Whatever it is that you have as a goal, guys, make sure you get to Vitality. The stories, if you heard, different people said stories. The stories that you hear there whether it be the business side or the health side, are invaluable. Invaluable. You get to see these people. You get to take the pictures with these people so that people see that these aren't just paid people you've never met. You meet the people that you see on Facebook with these amazing transformations. You talk to them. You get tips from them. It can't be replicated by just being on a call or being on a Zoom. You have to be there. The environment is crazy. I can't describe it. It is an amazing environment. The music, the people, the atmosphere. Be at Vitality, guys. If you have never been to an event, like I said, reach out to us. We will lay out the plan for you. If you've already committed, I will go ahead and give shout outs. I know, Heather, you are completely in. You've got plane tickets, you've got hotel, you've got everything. Hina, I know you're good. Gail and Debbie, I know you're good. Sir Macho, we're almost there. Fabian, I know you're good. Robert, I'm not sure, but reach out to us if you're not. Magdi, I'm going to drag you with me if I have to. All right? So reach out to us.
So,
we will get you there.
Real quick question before
I'll drag you too.
before we get off the line, for everybody who's been to a national event, tell me, is it not absolutely worth it? Everybody unmute your line and let's no, I don't want to see thumbs up. I want you to unmute your line and everybody like go like crazy as to yes, it has to be at Vitality.
Yes,
They're screaming, yelling, woo! I see Macho dancing. They're Macho dancing. We can't hear you.
Yes.
I'm telling you,
Look at Macho. He's
the
crazy.
energy of these events are nuts. They are so well worth it. It's seriously, if you go, they're life-changing. Absolutely, positively life-changing.
And Ryan Blair has some sort of huge announcement. He teased it. He almost said it, and he didn't
New
say
product
it.
of some sort.
It's a new product. And there's also other announcements that he said that he was like, I can't say it because you guys need to go to Vitality. So awesome announcements. He's going to announce countries. He's going to announce products. He's going to announce enhancements. So be at Vitality, guys. I know I tell you guys all the time, but be at Vitality. I cannot stress it enough.
We are running behind for the vision call. Did you post a vision call?
No, I have not. If anyone will post the vision call here in a second. Actually, Hina, do you have it already posted? Nope. Okay, we'll post it here in a second. It's always the same number. So if you go back to last week, it'll be the same number. You guys have a great night.
Bye, guys. Thanks everybody for jumping on.
We will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.